running havoc all over town as teenagers, I had to stay home. The few dates I had, Tony had to come along. God, their heads would explode if they knew the things I wanted Jake to do to me. I looked over at him again. He'd lost the last bits of boyhood and now looked like a fully fledged man with broad shoulders straining his black t-shirt and a fantastic ass in his faded-in denim jeans. He had the olive coloring of his Italian mother, but the blue eyes of his Irish father. It made him stunning to look at. He was 3 years older than me and had just finished law school in New York. I heard he secured a job in his uncle's firm, which would help him pass the bar. I wasn't surprised. Jake had a reputation as a hellion and ladies' man in high school, but he was smart, hardworking, and goal-oriented. He wanted out of our little village, and he'd made it.
Listen, Soph, I have to run. I told Derek I'd meet him when he got off work,
Mary said of her boyfriend.
Tell him hi.
I gave her a hug.
Thanks for coming.
Mostly everyone else at the party were cousins and friends of my family. I took Mary's leaving as an opportunity to slip away to the kitchen, steal a cupcake, and then go out the side door for some fresh air. I loved being around my family, but every now and then it was nice to have a moment alone. After eating my cupcake, I was about to head inside when I saw Jake heading across the street to a car. In the past, he'd had a beat-up sedan, but this one was a sleek, new-looking sports car.
Hey, Jake.
I trotted up the side of the building to the sidewalk. I took a quick look right to see who might be out front at my parents' restaurant. Seeing no one, I crossed the street. "Happy birthday, Sophie." He held out his arms, and of course I went to them. I could pretend he liked me as a woman, even though I was sure he viewed me like a little sister.
"You didn't stay long,"
I said when our embrace ended too soon. He shrugged. "Tony has a wife now." I understood that to mean my brother didn't have time for him now.
"Is that a new car?"
He grinned. "Yes, you like her?"
"I do,"
I said, taking in the sleek little two-seater.
"You should take me for a ride."
I snickered inwardly as I realized my innuendo. He, of course, had no clue. "What about your party?"
"No one has noticed I'm gone yet."
He grinned again, reminding me of the boy in high school. "I've been dying to give someone a ride. Hop in." I got in the passenger seat while he got in the driver's seat. The car was small enough that I could feel the heat of his body and smell his cologne. Who needed booze? I was drunk on Jake. He zipped along the city roads for a little while.
"You should go up to the point by the lake," I said.
"That's a little ways away."
"But the roads will be fun."
He laughed. "You were always quite the daredevil, weren't you?"
"I like a little excitement in my life."
"Then why are you still at home?" I didn't think he meant the comment as a barb, but it felt like one. It tapped into my fear that despite my goals, I'd never come close to achieving my dreams.
"I don't have an uncle who's a partner in a bakery in New York to give me a job."
Ouch. He glanced at me. "Did I say something wrong?" Shit, I was messing this up.
"No, I'm sorry. It's just not that easy to move to New York City with protective parents. Even Tony now agrees with them. I should stay home, make cannoli, and marry Joey Tritelli."
He grimaced. "That sounds depressing."
"I know, right?"
Jake must have wanted to cheer me up as he took the windy road to the lake. My parents would have died if they knew I was alone with Jake, speeding along the road, heading up to the point. Most of the teenage pregnancies in town had their conceptions at the point, so of course my parents didn't want me up there. Maybe they'd back off pushing Joey on me if I told them he once took me up there. Of course, no babies were made. Not even close. At 21 years old, I was probably the oldest virgin in all of New York State. When we got to the lake, Jake bypassed the